We got you. And I'm starting the recorder.
Okay. So this is just a brief update on accelerating very rapidly as the capital project goes. Where we're at now and by schedule. Take a look at this up here. This is an overview. And very similar to how it originally was laid out, although things have been up about a month or so. In some cases, those aspects about a month earlier than anticipated. In some cases,
Mike, we're having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. So as you can see, tennis courts and the boilers are started up. I'll show you some pictures in a minute here. Bridge extension is going to start soon. The sidewalks in the front entry start real soon. As early as this week, Rick, you think? Yes. Okay. And as far as the stage, that's basically where it was originally going to happen. That's staying there because we don't know what the situation is yet. New theater over the summer or anything for that matter, as far as if they will run over the summer or not. The track surface is very close to what it was originally intended as far as the schedule, starting a little bit early. And obviously with no kids in the elementary school, that's scheduled to start much earlier. Anybody has any questions? So as I said last week, the tennis courts got moving right along. Picture on the left is looking up the hill. It's about a 4 or 5 foot trench on the bottom for the new drainage. And the picture on the right is looking down the hill. You can see they're already starting to set the foundation for the slightly raised tennis courts compared to where they are right now. I think they're going to be higher, about 3 feet higher.
I hear that. You should have that now, so you can.
It's quite a sprawl up there. When we were first talking about this and thinking about can we use the high school football field for anything, Rick was like, and I want to thank Rick for his help with this. He's been so helpful to me, knowledge with all things construction. But he was like, there's no way we're going to be using that field. And I was like, oh, we can get a little through there or something. Looking up there now, it's there's no way we're using that field. It's quite spread out. We did get the bleachers out in time. We dragged those out earlier this week and brought those to the elementary school just in case we need those for something else. And that, I believe, was originally scheduled to go as far as October. They should be done in September. They've been working on boilers. May to August is the projected time frame for the boilers. You can see from the picture, they've already taken the 16 slices from the boiler on the left. And they're sitting in the dumpster on the back of the school right now. And I believe that's surrounding piping. And obviously the other boiler will be removed probably in the next week or so. And that's going to be replaced with 4 smaller, more energy efficient boilers down in the boiler room. And Rick, correct me if I'm wrong, are they going to be, is the difference
They're going to be
over to the
place
left?
where the first boiler was taken out. Opening you see it right now.
So that's moving along. We never thought that the boilers off in May would have been an issue. As we got 8, 9, 10 inches of snow in some places around here in May. We are going to lose, we've already lost the technology parking behind the high school. One of the dumpsters that's on the far side, that will be removed soon. But the idea is to have the parking spaces up against the high school. That will be used for construction, staging, and their vehicles as they bring equipment in and whatnot, remove stuff. And then the other side will be available for parking. Various people start to come in to school, whatever. The bridge extension scheduled to start pretty quick and finish up in July. We don't know yet the status of Youth Commission or the sports activity go on over the summer. I'd be surprised if they still happen, but who knows? In the event that they do, they still should be able to participate in the activities that they normally do. We'll have the main hallway, where the trophies are, will be blocked off. But in talking to Kyle, the flow of the Youth Commission program kind of, once they're in the gym, they work out the back doors and to the back. So that will still be available. So if they're getting dropped off in the front, they would have to go around to the Marriott side entrance of the gym, or they could go and they could enter from the lower field and by there. They would have access to the locker rooms, bathrooms, the gym. They would have access to the weight room upstairs. Temporarily, they would have access to the exercise room across the hall, but that's going to stop because the bridge connects through that wall. For the most part, what normally goes on in terms of youth commission, summer weights, open gyms, what have you, that shouldn't be a problem. And, so we have to mark all that stuff off.
Normal drop off area. Usually football.
The front entrance, the sidewalks are supposed to start this week, and we're going to need to obviously move the front entrance. It looks like we'll use Mountain Drive for the front entrance. And when they're done with the sidewalks, if there's room out there, I'm not really sure if we'll be able to do this yet or not. We're going to have to play it by ear. Potentially, we'd be able to use the 8th grade cluster doors, the interior doors, so Mark could actually sit in where the copiers are now, our temporary copy room, he could have window access to who's coming to that side. Is there a buzzing system there? So that might be something that we need to work out as far as where initially it's just going to be Mountain Drive, but eventually something different for front entrance while they're working on the front of the building. As I said, the stage is scheduled for September, October. It was always going to be, after youth theater and start, right after school got started. That's still the plan, unless there could change potentially if there is a youth theater, but actually probably couldn't change because I don't know if we get the stage. Which that might be an issue with various aspects of the project. So see, in terms of the supply chain, here, Rick and I were talking about the elementary stores, and just we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, we can get things here as planned. It's hard to say. So we're buying an extended stage unit similar to what you see there, the 4x8 panels. And I believe if we time the purchase order correctly and have it ready when the general contractor comes through to put the new flooring on the stage, I believe they can put that flooring on wood flooring on the panels. Something that we're going to do. And the track is scheduled from June to September. That is an example of surface that is sprayed. I believe it's sprayed on. Onto the track, including the D zones, the sections on the end. So they're looking to June and finish in September. And I don't anticipate any issues with that. It's kind of up and out of the way, and I'm not sure actually what happens over there in the summer, Jim. I'll see that would be in the way in any way.
Biggest thing we gotta remember is we're probably gonna lose the modified soccer field. fall. With grass.
And finally, the cluster doors. Um, the main thing with the cluster doors is if we have a summer school, summer school, that should not. Does anybody have any questions? See. First of all, thanks to our tech teachers for putting in time the last few days to clean out, get those squared away. Rick, do you know when that's scheduled to start?
Looking at, hopefully next week, we can start tearing out the floor.
I'll add that to this.
Process, there's a lot of work going on. pay for it. All put heater unit, valves, lighting. So, modified team uses. There's times when
I was on the line.
most
Anything else?
Just so you guys know, we can see your body language is moving, but we can't hear you.
The budget, didn't it come in under,
Yes.
and what project?
We covered our base bid and some alternates. But we had to take out fire alarm upgrades. So there is some, we're hoping that there are no cost overruns and there's some contingency money left at the end and we can do a phase 2 and get that taken care of. That was really the only main piece of the original project. It's not in this first go around.
Wasn't there some?
a great first page there. Place that was
And the soccer, baseball field,
unbelievable.
it didn't affect the soccer field.
Had to put out the year on the boys field, but the grass is coming back in. The boys keep it growing high all summer. The big one was going to be Peter.
And the,
I've got to get them back here to cap. Right now, it goes. Otherwise, so much water off that. There'll be some abatement work over there. It's very, very minor. As linear feet.
and as far as range and all the. Sorry.
Yeah, everything is in line. The only thing, actually, there are multiple resolutions for the next board meeting. Tie up all the final contracts that had to be signed for the project. I don't remember. Yeah.
Jesse, right now,
How long does it take
terms of financing, we will cover the project basically with that we have now. And then in July,
That's this July.
July.
And that was
You mean from the government proposal? Not, that was all. Yeah. Right, yeah, we get about 10%. So that's where we're at right now. It's, lot has changed in the last week. Yeah, separate.
And just one last, so Chazen is
Yes,
everyone will see.
yes, yes.
I'm in contact with Mike Connors from Chase every day. 4 hours. Actually, just text me. No,
They've
it's
been
actually a
great.
question about our air sample.
The other thing that we wanted to discuss, considering the new world that we're in here, and the uncertainty that we face, is potentially putting in the budget for a additional full-time custodian. Rick and I have been talking about this potentially. You know, it's hard. We're all doing lots of things to plan for what school is going to be like. It's also really hard because we don't really know what we're planning for yet. But certainly with the added stress on cleaning and disinfecting and the pandemic that we're facing right now, I thought it would be a good idea, and certainly we could use the additional manpower, potentially some a floater that could go back and forth to the elementary school and high school as needed. I think it's a great start. I don't know what you think, Rick, but it's really hard to say at this point. Right. We're thinking of getting it, budgeting for it, and then seeing what happens as to, do we actually need to hire this person or when, or kind of playing out, what happens here. More about what kind of school schedule we have when we open.
Be very telling the other districts. Looking ahead, your structure. Until it becomes possible. One of those.
Yeah, I think we could.
At the resorts, I know, are hiring people.
Another part of that. Body. Huge difference. That's a whole bunch.
You missed it, and then like,
Just a contract. When can it disinfect it down? Disinfect it. You clean a surface, and then you disinfect it. Right? 3 minutes.
is, and Bosse's getting a lot of.
So we had a meeting today. And one of the and the structure. Everyone else is thinking. For around a weekend.
Actually, my committee meets for Friday.
Maybe you'll have an answer.
So
I
it's-
pushed it.
Would it be like one for the building now?
The training.
No, the re-entry plan. Now you're allowing staff back.
But right now, it's, I mean, it's. He actually started. Right now, we have. And yeah, already after the thing, but you know, grant. Or. Studies. Partly one.
Lynn,
But
we have some people who are on this viewing this that can't hear anything that you guys are saying. So I think you need to speak up or move in closer, but I know you don't want to do that.
I'll talk about that. Basically, Tom had asked, is the fee gonna look different from now? Training until, I think things are, we're in an ambiguous time. I think things will be highlighted. And now it's probably gonna change. We're gonna go by the CDC guidelines and we're gonna do the best we can. But what we talked about is put a structure in, once we get more staff in, go over. Talking about that virtually.
How about the construction?
They're all wearing masks. We're not taking temperature. Right now,
Oh, they're.
we start with workout front here. A little bit. Each contractor is responsible for their own action. Can't force them beyond that.
Now,
Well, we would need them really over. And if we have someone. What brings that? If we do.
proposing that for what, 3 and 2.
I'm sorry, guys. Maybe we can reposition the laptop so that it can be heard.
That's the laptop.
Yeah, that's safe. What's the point?
So the thinking was, at least my opinion is that position wouldn't be needed till September. Over the summer, we have a sense of what September is going to look like. One of the things I was saying to Mike and Nick is also during the day while people are occupying the building in September, going to be a disinfecting kind of protocols during the day while the building's occupied. It's going to take manpower. In the warm seasons, the high school doesn't have a day custodian. Guys are out on the fields and the maintenance are out doing work. But in winter, then staffing changes, and I think now to hire somebody would be sure. I don't know.
I want to get them in and get them trained.
That's
If
it.
we have to start
Training,
going to BOCES, training,
training components. We got halfway to May already. June, July, August, boom.
quality candidates are very hard to find.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, quality candidates. I think we'd be. Unless you said you got it.
Wait,
Right. When does youth commission,
July.
just July? Well, I think we should, off agenda, but we should probably talk about. Hey, are you considered? You may have to. The whole building. It's a community service, you know. So it might not be, the burden might not.
that's what they're saying is BOCES going to put out training for. Haven't heard.
It probably will be rolling.
I mean,
I don't know.
In regards to where the town's at, they are okay. Yeah, right now. But did we put reentry in? Moving target, but that sees as the superintendent. And we extended it to, I think, nurses, mental health, and PNG and transportation. So we have a couple of our, as the CSO rep, Mike is on the.
Transportation and food service.
Yes, and so we're coordinating with Fran. Nothing, we're kind of getting our off the ground on that. We recognize we have everything they go, but we have enough to start ahead with those plans. They've shared out all gotten from both. Continue to update that, but I did ask him to see today that we're not
not just like, oh, not targeted purpose subgroups. No decisions, but that the planning is.
Really interesting. Andy measured out following 6-foot social distancing on a bus. You can fit about 6 kids on it. Not going to work.
OCs has gone ahead though and really been looking at our OCs, our coasters get that and we can get it. Be able to get some aid.
Just send a minivan to Brand's house.
Take off.
You need a second job though.
Yeah. All day. 50 degrees. So I only put forth, wasn't an issue with budget, perhaps we'll wait till the budget passes. I understand the, my opinion, not wanting to.
Is that what we were thinking? Like after the budget, hiring somebody and
Get out and have that, yeah.
Okay.
Try to get quality person in here.
I'm thinking clean. Custodian is just a civil service test, and there's 2 people on the test.
FTE.
Civil service test.
Any other questions about reentry? Other questions about reentry? We'll find out more as we go along, how much we don't. The next 2 months are gonna be telling.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I know.
All set?